All right, what is going on, my guys? In this video, I want to talk about how you can get a more attractive face. Now, I used to watch these videos a lot when I was younger because I thought I was super ugly, and I kind of just knew that. Like, I believed it myself, but I thought maybe there's some slight chance it was something I could do, some magic pill that'll make me more attractive. And that was a terrible mindset to have. So if you watch this video because you feel very depressed about how you look, just take a deep breath. It's not the end of the world. And I guarantee you, you'd be amazed at how far you can go. But I used to also think that if I built up an attractive body and got more confident, I can get enough SMV points where I can get a decent girl. But trust me, there's a lot you can do to your face you would have never thought of that I'll cover in this video. So just relax and we'll get through it together. So I'm going to cover this in two parts. The first thing is things you can actually apply to your face, and then lifestyle changes you can make. And when I say attractive, I'm referring to the masculine, kind of rugged, Hollywood attractive face. Because everyone has their own kind of version of attractiveness. Some people are actually attracted to feminine faces on men, but you guys know what I'm talking about, the classical masculine attractive face. So the first thing is going to be your eyebrows. You want them to be thick and straight, not curved. And I'm just thinking, how can I grow my eyebrows? They're just the way they are. They've been like that for years. And the answer is Rogaine. So Rogaine minoxidil is this hair growth thing. It's kind of meant for guys who are balding. And you basically apply it to your scalp as either a foam or these liquid drops. And then it'll basically it'll stimulate hair growth and stuff. But there's a huge trend of guys who do it for their beard. You've probably seen hundreds of minoxidil Rogaine beard transformation videos where guys go from these skinny, scrawny beards to these thick, awesome, manly beards. But the same thing can be done with your eyebrows. It does take a bit of time. I'd say about a year for people to say, damn, you got thicker eyebrows or a thicker beard. And then 18 months is really where it looks really nice. I used to get really thin I had decent eyebrows. They got really thin during the pandemic from stress and a bunch of stuff. But what I do is I just apply Rogaine as the foam on my eyebrows every morning and every night. And I've noticed that over the past year and 2 months, they've gotten so much thicker. The other thing that happens is when you apply them, it doesn't really go in one place. It kind of spreads around to the general area. So you get these tiny baby hairs that pop up above and below it. And I apply it on my beard as well, which I'll cover in a minute. So what you want to do then is get either a straight razor or one of those one of those razors that girls use to get rid of their peach hair. And you basically just want to just cut it right here, straight, about a millimeter above your eyebrow. And then over time, it starts to fill in. It'll become straighter, and you kind of do a little, you kind of just, not design it. You want to just you kind of cut it in a way with the razor where it starts to get really straight. I used to have these really big curls. If you guys maybe watch some of my older videos on my main channel, you'll notice how I had really curvy eyebrows, but over time, it gets thicker below, thicker above. You kind of straighten in the right direction. You get these thick eyebrows, which are very masculine and give you a more attractive face. And the next thing is the beard. You also want you don't have to get a beard, but a thick facial hair. And this is where the Rogaine comes in as well. You apply it cheek, right here. And over time, it gets incredibly thick. Of course, I've gotten older, so if you watch my older videos, my beard's gotten to get thicker in general, but it's gotten so much thicker, so I like to finally connect. And it looks really nice where I didn't have that without it. So I'd highly recommend you guys get Rogaine, as long as you're not 14 years old, you haven't hit puberty yet. But apply that to your face and your beard and your eyebrows. Having thicker facial hairs will make you look much more attractive. And the other thing is just with your beard is you also want to taper it down and make sure it's trimmed up well. I see guys with this loop where they just cut it in a U shape under their beard. Shape your beard, or even if you have you're rocking 5 o'clock shadow or just some sort of facial hair, but make sure it's with either a trimmer or a straight razor right where this curve right where your neck and your face meet. And then also you want to angle it right from the tip of your mouth to either the middle, the bottom, or the top of your ear, whatever you think will look best. And then on the sides, you don't really want the beard to go past your ear. So this little earlobe, right, if you imagine there was a string going straight down, don't let it pass that line. You kind of you could shape a little curve on it or something if you want it to be straight. But definitely, because this is the next point I'm going to mention, I keep jumping one step ahead, is you also want to find a good hairstyle for your face shape. So I have a very oval face, which kind of lacks any sort of straightness or definition or angularity. So for my beard, I go with a straight line instead of a curve because it just adds that angularity to my face. And I do from the tip of my mouth to the middle of my ear, both sides. And then also for my hairstyle, I also just kind of do it tight on the sides. And on the beard, I trim it so it's tighter on the sides and there's a little more up here. So I use a blade with an adjuster on it. So it has millimeter adjustment. So it's all the way open when I do this part, close it a bit, this, close it a bit more, this, close it a bit more, this way. Okay, and the other thing on your hairstyle, of course, find one that fits your face shape. There's 5 different face shapes like circle, oval, rhomboid, or triangle, whatever. You also want to keep the hair off your face. That'll make you look a bit more attractive. Whereas if it's on your face, it looks kind of feminine. So keep it off your face. And the other thing I've got to mention is, although you want like thicker facial hair, the one place you kind of don't want too much hair is your hairline. If you have a small forehead, that doesn't look very attractive or masculine. So when you go to get your hair cut, or if you do it yourself, you kind of want to make sure that you just push out your hairline just a little bit in these corners right here. I went a little bit too far on this right one, and obviously don't go too far with it, but you want to kind of push it out a little bit so you don't have such a tiny forehead. Big, like not a big, like good sized forehead will make you look more attractive compared to the very tiny, frail one. Okay, next thing up is going to be your neck and your traps. So most people don't realize that your neck actually plays a huge deal in how attractive you look. If you have a very slim, tiny neck in your face, it makes your face look very weak and this is not just really unattractive. This is kind of a subconscious thing you don't really think of, but the size of someone's neck plays a big difference in how well built and attractive they are. You notice a lot of Hollywood celebrities, especially like the jacked ones, they have nice, thick necks. Just make a note of when you look at like football players or people you look at you think are attractive, look at how big their necks are. Their neck usually comes to right to where their earlobes are. It's nice and thick, and it makes them look more jacked and well built. I've seen you've seen a lot of like well built bodybuilders with slim necks. And if you just saw their face, they're wearing a puffy jacket, you would not think at all they were built well at all. But your neck will play a big difference. This is an uncut channel, so I'm not going to add in any like before and after neck training pics because some of them are insane. But just look up neck training before and after, and you'll be amazed by what shows up. Okay, so we covered basically everything on hair, the beard, the eyebrows. The next thing is actually the skin on your face. I know a lot of you who watch the video are a bit younger and you're probably dealing with a ton of acne and acne scars and scarring and just a lot of those facial issues. I had a ton, like the worst acne out of anyone in my class when I was younger. And my mom and dad had it the same way. It was genetic. It was just terrible. My sister has it really bad now too. Like your face is just covered in this disgusting acne. But you want to get a good, solid skincare routine going. Now, do not buy, in my opinion, any American brands. Throw that CeraVe crap down the toilet because it is just awful stuff. What I do is I buy Korean products on Amazon. The Korean skincare is on a whole different level. You can just tell the moment you touch it that this is not American. This is some good quality stuff. So on my main channel, I had a video where I called like things I buy as a minimalist, and skincare is one of them because the Korean products make a huge difference. Start off with just a moisturizer and the cleanser. The moisturizer. What am I saying? The cleanser and the moisturizer. I don't know what's going on with my head. I would have cut that out, but we're doing this one in one go. So the Korean one I have also has a snail repair cream, so it gets rid of a lot of the acne scars I had when I was younger. Moisturize and cleanse your face. Cleanse it first every single night, and you'll be amazed how good these products are and if you stay consistent with it. And once you do that for a little while, then build up to using a little bit of the toner and also the eye cream, because it'll make a big difference to how you look when you take care of your skin. When you're younger and you're in your 20s, like you see people who are like very attractive who don't do any skincare stuff. Time will make a big difference. You can be a very old and ugly looking 20-year-old, but you're still 20, so you'll still look attractive in a sense. Whereas as time goes on, you'll see the people who made the difference actually put in the work to like on their skin or even any part of self-improvement. Time is really show the winners from the losers. You can't outplay that. So skincare, Korean products on Amazon. Do your own research or just go to the video I made on my main channel and you'll see it there. Now, the other thing is if you have acne scars, those things take a long, like a god-awful long time to go away and never really fully go away. One way to make that go by a lot faster is by derma rolling. It's basically a roller with these spikes on it, and you just roll it over your face. It's painful. A little bit of blood comes out depending on how many millimeters the spikes are. But if you do it over time, it basically boosts blood flow and circulation to your face and will get rid of those acne scars. I used to have terrible acne scars, right? You can still see them right now, these little dots of like where the skin is dented in. But they used to be just terrible. It's all the way till down here. Just the worst. I guess so conscious about it, I deleted all the pictures I had, almost all of them when I was in high school, because it just made me so uncomfortable. But derma rolling. And the last thing on your face that you can actually apply or change is your teeth. Make sure you guys are brushing them. Get an electric toothbrush because those things get a lot more bang for your buck. Make sure you guys are flossing. If you do drink a lot of coffee, you just naturally are whatever that word is. You're already set to have genetically yellower teeth. Get some teeth whitening in there, either the strips or the actual things you can like, what's the other thing? There was like the gel and the UV light or the strips. I only use the UV light with the strips. It does make a pretty big difference. So take care of that as well. And that's basically everything you can apply to your face to make it more attractive. I had some notes next to me, see if I covered everything. Eyebrows, thicker beard shape. Oh, I guess one other thing if you guys want to do is apply beard dye. This thing will make your beard look really dark and fill in the spots a lot, even though it's not actually dyeing your skin. But it was just a bit of a hassle for me to do because you have to do it. It only lasts about a week, and then just the way my shower and tub is, like some of the dye spills into the tub, and it's a mess to clean up. But beard dye, a lot of guys do use, and it's just like a secret weapon because it makes your beard look so much thicker. But I don't want to do it. Plus, the Rogaine helped my beard get growing a lot thicker anyway. All right, we're already at 12 minutes, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. So now let's cover the lifestyle changes, the things you can do that'll affect how your face looks. Really, just all of self-improvement kind of comes back to your face in a sense because that's how you communicate to the outside world. But a few big things to take away are breathing through your nose. When you have your mouth open just like this, I had a notification. And you're just walking around the grocery store just with your mouth just open like that. It just looks so utterly unattractive. So close your mouth. Your mouth is meant for eating. Your nose is meant for breathing. And just learn to breathe through your nose. Secondly, you're going to start mewing. Mewing is basically a thing in orthotropics where you actually have correct tongue posture to where the bones around your face over time, depending on how young you are especially, start to remold themselves in the correct way to give you a nice, tight, thick jawline. Basically, you want to keep your tongue glued to the top of your mouth, both on the, all over the top palate, on the tip of your tongue, the middle, and the back of your tongue. Watch a video on how to mew. I believe YouTube has a 15-minute limit for how long these videos can be, so we got to wrap this up pretty quick. Mewing's a big one. All these stuff you guys can watch videos on just to see if it's legit if you want to do it, but I'm just giving you guys a rough summary. Other thing is obviously exercise and sleep. Those will make a big difference. So the two biggest improvement things to do. And then meditate and get rid of stresses. If you have this, when I was in high school, I had multiple people tell me I had this very worried look on my face, and I kind of knew because I would turn the corner and see a mirror, and I just have this just kind of worried look. It just looked so utterly unattractive. So meditating especially, be calm, cool, relaxed, breathing through your nose. You have proper tongue posture, so over time your jaw's going to come out and expand. I was at the gym yesterday, and I saw one guy with just an awful jaw. It's just sunken all the way back here. There was no definition at all, and he had such a nice, attractive body. I wasn't trying to judge him. I just noticed, damn, he should probably start mewing. Maybe some people obviously genetics play on a part of that, but mewing makes a massive difference, especially because nowadays we're eating very soft food, so our jaws don't really develop the way they should. But basically, yeah, that's everything I want to cover in this video. This is one of my first uncut videos, so it's not the smoothest thing to go through. I'm talking very fast. But just slow it down and reiterate. Relax about your face. I know it might seem at the end of the world if you feel like you're ugly. It's not. Do these things I mentioned. Get on self-improvement, and you're going to be amazed at how far you go. One of the quotes I love so much, it's, you get more from working towards your goals than from achieving them, or something